This is Apple's iMac G4, one of my favorite computers in my collection, mostly because of its unique design. It boasts a 700MHz PowerPC G4, 256MB of RAM, and runs macOS 10.4 Tiger. Certainly an ancient machine by today's standards, and not the kind of computer that you'd see running Discord. But here it is doing just that. Well, sorta. This is Discord Lite, a third-party client designed to run on super old versions of macOS 10. And although it has some understandable limitations, it's got a lot of features that I think give you the best possible Discord experience on hardware this old. So here's how you get it. First, head on over to the project's GitHub page, which will be linked down below, and download the latest release. Discord Lite was developed by the legendary DOSDude1, who I'm sure needs no introduction to you if you're in vintage Mac circles, as he's developed numerous utilities for older systems, including the various patchers to upgrade certain machines to officially unsupported versions of macOS. Discord Lite requires a G3 system with at least 256MB of RAM running macOS 10.4 Tiger, so this old G4 will work just fine. Once it was downloaded, I used a USB drive to get the DMG file containing Discord Lite onto the old Mac, mounted it, and copied the app itself over to my applications folder. Then I opened it up and logged in with my Discord account credentials. And yes, I'm sure this will be the point in the video that turns a lot of people off, and understandably so, but there's no way to use this application without signing in with a Discord account. So if you're not comfortable with this, but still really want to try out the program, I'd recommend making a burner account that you don't care about. But it's worth noting that Discord Lite is open source, so you can examine the code yourself if that makes you feel better. It's also worth noting that using third-party clients like this is technically against Discord's terms of service and could technically lead to your account getting suspended. I did find a documented instance of this with another third-party client, which did eventually result in Discord reinstating the user's account, as they seem to be more concerned with people using their API in unapproved ways. But they have maintained that using third-party clients like this is still against TOS, so just keep that in mind. Basically, I'm just trying to say that you're on your own if anything happens. For me personally, I don't ever plan on using my primary account with Discord Lite, as I was mainly doing this for the novelty of it, so I logged in with a secondary account that I made just for this purpose. When you do sign in, you'll be brought to a very familiar looking interface, as Discord Lite does a great job at replicating Discord's UI. We'll check out direct messaging first, which is accessed by clicking on the Discord icon in the top left. And just like in the official client, when you start typing a message, the recipient will see the indicator text under the message box, and you'll see the same thing as they're typing. Emojis will not display properly, however, and stickers will either not display at all or show up as a blank message that's kinda glitched. But that's not a big deal at all, and honestly was something I was expecting. What I was not expecting though was the ability to send and receive files. Just hit the plus button next to the message box to open up a file browser and pick something. I just chose this wallpaper I made, that you can download on Flickr by the way, and sent it off. Discord Lite is also capable of displaying images inline, so if your friend decides to send you a cool wallpaper, you can just click on it to save it to your computer. Now let's talk servers. Just like in Discord, all the servers you're in will display on the left side along with these server icons, and when you click on one, you'll get a list of all the channels you can chat in, including voice channels. Except, well, these are just the text channels that are tied to the voice channels. You can't actually join VC or even see if there's anybody in there already. But this feature is listed as something DOSDude plans to implement on the GitHub page, so maybe one day. Though to be honest, that's really the only major limitation when comparing this to the core functionality of the standard Discord client. On top of the things I've already mentioned, you can also ping people, which will notify them just like usual, delete messages, edit messages, and send replies to messages. You'll also get a notification badge when someone pings you. Now, there aren't any user customization features built in, so you can't change your user profile, display name, or anything like that, and you also can't join servers from here if somebody sends you a link. It'll just open up in your web browser. And you can't see server events either, but that doesn't really matter, honestly. I mean, most of the core features of what makes Discord a chat program are here. And I have to say, it's super cool to see this working on a computer that's over 2 decades old. So with that, we can safely add a whole bunch of vintage Macs to the list of things that can chat with Discord, which I'd say is definitely a success, because I always love getting newer stuff like this to work on old tech. It's kind of one of the main focuses of this channel. So yeah, if you want to check out Discord Lite, just click the link down below. And while you're down there, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to give it a like and get subscribed. And as always, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.